Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you are doing well. We are done with the revision of MySQL. Now it's time to solve previous year questions based on MySQL. And today is that day on which we are going to do the same. Then without further delay, let's get started. You know the weightage for this unit number 3, that is relational databases. Total 20 marks are allotted to it. You will be getting questions in almost all the sections. The distribution of the marks may vary, but we need not worry about the distribution. We will be concentrating on solving the questions. Here is the sample question paper issued by CBSE for the session 23-24. We could find one question which is for 1 mark. Let's read it. In the table in MySQL, the attribute A of data type varchar20 has value Keshav. The attribute B of data type char20 has value Meenakshi. How many characters are occupied by attribute A and attribute B? According to the question, the attribute A is having varchar data type with size 20 and B is having data type char and the size is same. We know varchar means variable length string. It takes as many bytes as the length of the string. The length of the string is 6. So attribute A will occupy 6. Whereas in case of var20, it's a fixed length. The size is 20 means the characters occupied by it will be 20. Look at the options. The correct option will be B, 6 and 20. There is one more question. Let's read it. In a table, alpha has degree 5 and cardinality 3. There is one more table beta with degree 3 and cardinality 5. What will be the degree and the cardinality of the Cartesian product of alpha and beta? Okay, let's solve this example. You know cardinality means rows and degree are the columns. So according to the instruction, alpha has 3 rows and 5 columns, whereas beta has 5 rows and 3 columns. When we talk about column, it will get added 5 plus 3. So the total number of columns are 8. Columns are nothing but degree. We got degrees, that is 8. Now let's calculate rows. In case of Cartesian product, first record will get matched with all the records of the second table. It means for the first record, you got total 5 rows. In the same way, for the second record 5 rows. Similarly, for the third record, we will get 5 rows. Total rows will be 15. Rows are nothing but cardinality. First we need to write degree. Degree is 8 and then we will be writing cardinality. Cardinality is equals to 15. So the correct option is B. There is one more 1 mark question in the sample question paper. Let's read it. Which of the following statement is false about keys in a relational database? Read all the statements carefully. Any candidate key is eligible to become a primary key. This statement is true. This is nothing but the definition of the candidate key. Moving ahead to the next statement. A primary key uniquely identifies a tuple in a relation. This statement is also true. This is the definition of the primary key. Let's read the next statement. A candidate key that is not a primary key is a foreign key. This statement is actually false. The foreign key will be the primary key of the another table. There is one more statement. Let's go through it. A foreign key is an attribute whose value is derived from the primary key of the another table. Yes, this statement is true. This is also nothing but a definition of the foreign key. So out of the fourth option, C is the correct choice because this statement is false and we need to tell the false statement. In this way, we solve 3 questions from section A. Now let's proceed to the section B. Here is the 2 mark question. Read the question carefully. Miss Shalini created the table. The name of the table is employee. It has columns, e-name, department and salary. After creating the table, she realized that she has forgotten to add a primary key column to the table. So we need to help her to write the MySQL command to add a primary key. The name of the column is employee ID. It is of integer type. So this is the first question where you need to add a column which will act as a primary key. Let's proceed to the question. We need to write a command to insert the following record to the table. So this is the second question. Let's write the query for the first question. As already table is created, now we need to alter it with the alter table command. And we are adding one column. For that we will be using add clause. The query will look like this. Alter table employee, add employee ID. The data type is integer. And this column will act as a primary key. So the constraint we will be mentioning here. Now let's write query which will insert data to this table. Insert into employee, don't forget to write values keyword. Here we are providing data to the fields according to the structure. The first field is ename, second is department and third is salary. EMPA ID will come at last as we have added it later. So accordingly we are providing the details. You know there is a variation for insert command. You can write this command in this way also. Insert into employee. Here we are mentioning the list of the fields. And with values keyword we are providing the values. By mentioning the name of the column list and the values, we can change the sequence. Employee ID is mentioned first, so the data we can provide accordingly, followed by ename, department and salary. There is a or part for this question. Let's read it. Jack is working in a database named Sport. So this is the name of the database in which he has created a table named Sports. Sports table contain these columns. First is Sport ID, then Sport name, number of players, fourth is category. After creating the table, he realized that the attribute category has to be deleted from the table and a new attribute type sport of data type string has to be added. And while adding this new attribute to the table, it cannot be left blank. Alright, we need to help Jack to write this command. The first task is to delete an attribute. For that we will be using alter table command. Alter table sports drop category. With this, one column category is getting deleted. Now moving ahead to the second task, we need to add attribute. The name of the attribute is type sport. Whenever we need to modify the structure of the table, we will be using alter table command. So here is the query, alter table sports. We are using here add clause to add a column to the table. The name of the column is type sport. The data type is cat10 and it should not be blank. That's why we are adding here constant not null. With not null, we cannot leave this column blank. With this we solve one question for 2 marks from the section B. Let's proceed to the section C and check some more questions which can be based on MySQL. Consider a table. The table name is club and we need to write the output of the SQL queries. Look at the table carefully and then read the queries. Here is the first query. Select count distinct sports from club. Here count function is applied on a column. So we will be counting sports. With distinct keyword we know we have to remove duplicates. Then look at the column sports. Here is the first sport name chess, the second is cricket, third is volleyball and fourth is karate. In the next row there is chess, it is repeated. Even karate got repeated. Finally we have cricket, that is also repeated. So distinct sports we are getting as 4. Look at the output, we got correct answer. After select statement whatever we write, it will come as a column header. It's time to read second query. Select cname, sports. Look at the where clause. This is the first condition. Date of application should be less than the mentioned date. With AND operator, we have second condition too. Cname like %NA. Both the conditions should be true. Look at the second condition. Here is the cname column. %NA means in the name starting can be anything but last 2 characters should be NA. We have 2 records which are matching this criteria. Now look at the first condition. Date of application should be less than the mentioned date. For Mina, the date of application is 2007, means it is greater than the mentioned one. Now look at the Amina, the date of application is 2003. So ultimately only one record is satisfying both the criteria. For that record we will be printing CNAME, that is Amina, and the sports is chess. Look at the output. We got the perfect output. Let's erase everything and move ahead to the third query. Select CNAME, age and pay. The first column will be CNAME, the second will be age and third will be pay. It's time to check out the conditions. The first condition is gender should be male. Here also we are using the logical operator AND. After that we have second condition. Pay should be between 1000 and 1200. Look at the gender column. With male we have total 3 records. Now let's check out for the second condition. For this record pay is 1300. It doesn't satisfy the criteria because it is more than the specified range. Look at the next record. Pay is 1000. Yes, this record satisfies both the condition. Moving ahead to the next record. The pay is 1050. This record also satisfies both the condition. So in the output we need to print the CNAME for these two records, then age and pay. So for these two records we will be printing name. So the name is Amrit, age is 28 and pay is 1000. Similarly for the second record, name is Virat, age is 35 and pay is 1050. Look at the output. Congratulations, you are absolutely right. From the section C, we solved one 3-mark question. Yes, there is one more question. Here is the table. The name of the table is personal. Let's proceed and check the question. Here we need to write the queries according to the instructions. Read the question carefully. If you know how to write the queries, pause the video and try it yourself. Then you can come back and cross-check your answer. Hope you could write these queries. Now let's try to solve these queries. Increase the salary by 5% of personnel whose allowance is known. Look at the allowance column. There are some null values that we will not consider. To update values in already existed table, we will be using update command. So here is the query. Update table name. Set. We need to update the salary. So salary will be salary equals to 0.5. 5% means 5 divided by 100. It should be equals to 0.05, not 0.5. So correct it. What's the condition? Whose allowance is known. With where clause we will write the condition where allowance is not null. While revising MySQL we studied how to handle null with is and is not operator. Here we don't want to consider null, that's why we are writing is not. Let's erase everything and move ahead to the second question. Display name and total salary. The total salary will be sum of salary and allowance that we are displaying for all the personnel. The column heading will be total salary. To display we simply use select command. First we will be displaying name and the second is total salary. First we need to calculate this total salary as there is no such field in the table. It will get calculated here itself. We need to write salary plus allowance. While displaying we need to give name to this column. That we will be doing with as. The name is total salary. Finally we will be writing the table name from personal. So here is the query. Now let's check out the third description. Delete record of supervisor whose salary is greater than 25,000. From designation we will come to know that person is supervisor. It means there are two conditions. So let's write the delete query. Delete from table name. The table name is personal. Now let's check out the condition where designation should be supervisor. So we will be providing it here. Supervisors. There is one more condition that we can mention with AND operator. And salary should be greater than 25,000. So the query will look like this. If we run this query, one record will get deleted because this supervisor is not satisfying the criteria of the salary. It is null. Hope you understood this explanation. In this way we are done with the section C. Now let's proceed and check section D. Yeah, we got one more question in the section D. In this question there are two tables, so it will surely cover the concept of joins. We need to write the queries based on the instructions. Read the first question. Display product name and brand name from the tables product and brand. In the first query, we want to consider both the tables. Product name is present in the product table. What about brand name? Brand name is in brand table. If we need to retrieve data from more than one table, there should be a common column. The common column is BID. Now we will match this common column and extract the data. Now it will be very easy to write the query. Select the first column we need to display is product name. So the name of the field is P name. The second column we need to print is brand. The name of the field in the table is B name, followed by the name of the tables. The first name of the table is product. The second name of the table is brand. If you want to rename the table, you can give it here. I am giving P for product and B for brand. It's time to write the where clause. With where clause, we are matching the common column. The condition is P.BID should be equals to B.BID. So here is the query. Even you can write this query with inner join too, because we need matching records, and you know we get matching record with inner join or with equi-join. What is the next question? Display the structure of the table product. This query is very easy. We will be writing DESC and then name of the table, that is product. Let's try to read the third instruction. Display average rating of Medimix and Dove brand. The name of the brand we will be getting in the brand table. For that we need to print the average rating. Rating we are getting in the product table. It means we need to deal with both the tables. When we match the common column, it is clear that there are two ratings for the Medimix brand. Then what about Dove brand? For it also there are two ratings. Means here we need to do grouping based on the brand name. Alright, let's try to figure out the query. As we are doing grouping on the brand name, we will be printing it so that we will get an idea. The second thing is average of rating. Here we are dealing with both the tables that we have mentioned along with the nickname for it. With where clause we are writing this condition where we are matching the records. It's time to write the grouping statement. We are doing grouping based on brand name. But for grouping we have condition that we write with having clause. The brand name should be Medimix or it can be Dove. If we write this query, we will be getting the required output. First, brand name will get displayed followed by average of rating for that brand. For Medimix there are two ratings and for Dove also there are two ratings. Moving ahead to the last instruction. Display name. For name we have the field name P name. The second column that will get displayed is price. For price we have U price field in the table. The third field is rating of the product. The name of the field is rating. In descending order of rating. All these fields are present in the product table. So here we are dealing with only one table. Then let's write the from clause from product. We need to display the records in the descending order of rating. For ordering we use order by clause. Based on rating we are arranging the records, that too in the descending order. So don't forget to write this keyword DESC. So that was the explanation of this question. Hope you understood it. In this way we covered the questions from the section D. Now let's move ahead to the section E and check are there any questions based on MySQL. Look at this question. This is 5 mark question which is divided into 1 plus 4. This 4 mark question is based on file, but 1 mark question is based on MySQL. Let's read the question. Define the term domain with respect to RDBMS and give one example to support your answer. Let's read the answer from the marking scheme. Domain is nothing but a set of values which are permitted value for the particular record in a table. Let's consider an example. If you have a table name student and there is a field name roll number, then you can only enter integer values in that field. So what's the domain for this field? It is a set of integer values. In the OR part of the same question, there is one question for 1 mark. Difference between alternate key and candidate key. Candidate keys are the columns which has the characteristics to become a primary key. But all the candidate keys cannot be a primary key. Only one of them will be a primary key. Now let's read the definition. You will understand the candidate keys that do not become primary keys are alternate keys. Let's understand this concept with one example. There is Lok Sabha election for the post of Prime Minister. There are many candidates for this position. But you know, one of them will be the Prime Minister, not all. So Prime Minister is nothing but a primary key. All these candidates are nothing but candidate key. The candidates which couldn't be Prime Minister are called as alternate key. In this way, we solve all the questions based on MySQL from the sample question paper. Even we have solved the questions based on the additional question paper which is issued by CBSE for the current session. If you need some more questions to practice, there is a dedicated video in which we have covered lot of questions. So I would recommend you to go through this video. In case you are facing language issue, concentrate on the question, solve it yourself, then you can cross check the answer against me. With that note, we are winding up today's session. Hope you have understood all the concept. In case of any doubt, let me know in the comments. In the next video, we will be covering topic interface Python with MySQL. Along with that, we will solve the questions based on it. So until next time, keep learning. Take care of your health. I will see you in the next video.